Please like, subscribe, and share.
Hey. Welcome, everybody, to our new show, Tell Your Truth. I'm Lou.
I'm Don.
This is our first episode. It's a once-a-month episode where we get somebody on to tell their truth about something happy, something bad, something sad, something good, something glad. Tonight, we have our good friend Princess on, who's going to share a story that she's never shared publicly anywhere except for on this program. We appreciate her being here. We have your back, sister, and we understand. So
the floor is yours, sis. Start where you want. We got you, though.
Okay. And a disclaimer, do not ask her no question about why she ain't called the police or none of that. Let her tell her story. It's graphic and it's domestic violence. There you go, Princess.
Good evening, everybody. I'm not really sure where to really start this story from because the story prolongs years. I'm going to say a calculation of up to 5 years of domestic violence with no one knowing exactly what I was going through because I'm a very private person. And I felt the whole situation to be very embarrassing. And the outcome was not good for me because the only thing I did was I tried to basically love that person through all of his turmoil that he was going through and try to be there for him as a loyal, devoted woman. But when he saw the love that was brought on to me from different people, promotions, love that people gave to me, he got very jealous because he wanted me submissive to him. But how can I be submissive to somebody like that?
Let me ask you a question real quick, Princess. In between that, when did you notice that? Was that coming to Johnson's? Was that going to any other spot or any spot in particular that he had a problem with?
No, actually, it just started out of nowhere. Like we came home and we both was intoxicated. We both was intoxicated, but it's just the fact that the moment that we got in the house, he just grabbed me and just threw me, just like treated like a rag doll. And we fought because I'm a fighter. But the thing was, the next morning that when I woke up, he said, "Oh, you got me good." What? That's the moment that I should have opened my eyes then. But I'm just like, I just couldn't grapple the fact that really that you telling me that I got you good. And I didn't pay no attention, which I should have. Because I never had to fight no man ever before in my life. My father never put his hands on me. I'm the only girl. And I never had no man put their hands on me before. So that was the first encounter. And then it skipped a couple months and then here we go again.
All right, I'm gonna hold you up right there. I just want to tell everybody who's watching, the comments are open. You can leave comments. We'll post them on the screen. We're not gonna read the comments, but we will post them on the screen just so everybody can see your comments. Go ahead, Princess.
So once that was done, once I left from my previous home, and then I moved out to Harford County, which was away from everybody. That's when the aggressiveness became more because at that point I was away from my friends, my family, and it was just us. And I was a whole hour away from everybody. That's when the violence became worse.
So what I'm gonna tell you
Because
that,
at that
Princess.
point I ain't had nowhere to go.
So, Princess, what that is, and that's the way domestic abusers like to be. They like to separate them, exclusive, so you don't have any family.
And they to run to.
Okay.
So I had nowhere to run to because anywhere that I had to run to was an hour away from me. So the violence became more progressive, worse, breaking the doors, the
We got you.
the blood.
Take your time.
Mm,
Take your time.
yeah, it was just like he was starting to look through my stuff to find out who I am because I never disclosed the information to him. So it was just like anybody that know me know that I love fashion and anything like that. He was looking to see how much money I was spending on my stuff. Um, my promotions that I got at work. If I made the kind of money that you make, how you know the type of money that I make? It was just jealous of all of that. Anytime I went anywhere, I mean GPS trackers for my vehicles.
Mm.
It was very much a lot of jealousy there. A lot of jealousy.
So
And whenever
when he first started showing this side of him, I know it's not easy to walk away from anybody, especially when you love them. Um, did you ever have a time where you was able to sit back and just kind of relate to what was going on, or was it kind of full steam ahead the whole time?
bro, how I'm gonna leave some of this mine.
Mm.
Everything was mine. The cars, the homes, it's mine.
Yeah, I knew that.
I'm gonna leave mine. But the thing was, I kept telling him, "You leave me alone." No. The more I fought against that, the more the fight started.
Mm. Okay.
And so by me being so private, it was such an embarrassing thing for me to have to go through that how can I say this? What can I say? How do I start off saying it without involving other people or other men to be involved in this that have their own lives to be in jeopardy as well,
Right.
their own careers and everything. So no, I'm not going to involve that because the men that I know, they're going to jump. And I'm just like, no, but they got a lot to lose like I do.
Mm.
So I would never involve my friends, the ones I call my brothers, in any of this because they got a lot to lose like I do. But have been asked questions by men that I know that he put his hands on you because they already saw my movement. And I said, no, 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 never, never, never.
Because see, even when Lou told me that you wanted to tell a story, the first thing I thought was not princess. You know what I'm saying? Like, of all the women I know, you're the strongest. You know what I'm saying? You carry yourself with a sense of strength and authority. So when he said you wanted to tell a story, I was like, this can't be right, you know? But go ahead, because a lot of people know who you are and they know you. And it's, I'm sure to a lot of people, it's enlightening that even the strongest can go through these types of no saying trauma.
You won the fight, but not the battle. Because the battle is that I look at myself every single day and still build that strength to walk out that door and say, good morning, gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
See, what people fail to realize is that it's a battle I go through every single morning that I look at myself. Every single,
Take your time.
Take your time. Take your time. We got you.
We got you.
every, every morning that I look at myself. It's a constant reminder of the battle, the fight that I had to go through. But no one saw the actual fight that I went through because I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I'm not going to stop fighting, But that night, I could have lost my life. And I
So
still
let's
kept it. And that night, everything happened. I called my best friend Dorian. Dorian told me, he said, Press, did you call your mother? I said, it's too embarrassing. I said, you need to call her. I said, I can't. Because why I remember, she said, I don't like him. I don't trust him. So he said, if you don't call her, I'm going to her. And he did just that. He went to my mother's house, my parents' house, and got her. I was on my way into emergency surgery. By the time she got there, they was rolling me in. So what the doctors thought it was only going to take them 2 hours to do, it took them 4 hours. And when them doctors came out of that room and talked to my mother, those two surgeons that worked on me said that motherfucker need to be buried because they did not anticipate for me to lose vision in my left eye permanently for the rest of my life. There's nothing coming back. So when I close my right eye, I see pure darkness. And I had to have that strength that I do, that I carry with me all the time, to carry on every day.
so let's talk about that night because there's a lot of women who are a lot less strong as you who deal with this and they can't fight through it.
I can tell you that whole
And
night from the moment that I got off my part-time job at 3:30 to the time it happened. When I got off work at my part-time job, I walked to the car. He was already in red food because he had a bag. And I said, "What is this?" And I said, "You supposed to be working." I said, "How you got time to go up to Harford County while I'm at work to get me a bag of clothes for me to get changed into?" So I got changed into the clothes. And so he went to go hang out with his bros. And I said, I'm not hanging with them. I said, I'm gonna hang out in my truck and I'm cool, whatever. I'm having my drink right here. He had Jack Daniels and moonshine.
mm,
And so then after that, we go down to Johnson, we go have some more drinks. But at that time I'm chill. So then he started messing with another woman. Talking about you fat bitch, all this other type of shit. And like my wife over there, and I said, excuse me, out the window. I'm not his wife in no kind of way. I'm not his wife in no kind of way. And I told him that we arguing right then and there. And I said, you need to get your ass in this truck. And I said, because I'm not doing this with you. Because you sit here trying to bring on some whole different type of smoke. So he get in the truck. And he persists on driving. So already at that time he ran for him. So I said, let me just go ahead on to the passenger side because I'm not trying to fight tonight. So we go to I forgot the name of the bar, but whatever up there in Harford County. And so I'm just sitting there because I'm not enjoying myself at all. He said, see everybody out there having this good time. Why you not having this good time? I said, why should I? I said, because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next. I said, so I'm always on guard. I'm all ready. I'm ready. Whatever that you about to give me right now, I'm ready. And so he leave out, he snatched my keys, he get in my truck. So of course I'm going after because it's my truck. So instead of pulling in front of the condo where he was living at, he pulled on the other side. And so we in a truck, and he pulled up, he hit me slam straight on the side of my face, hit me right in the jaw.
mm.
What? Ooh.
So I'm swinging back. the more that I'm swinging, the more aggressive that he's getting. So he jumped out the car and started banging on my truck. And the first thing I'm thinking is like, my truck, this is my vehicle, this is what I need to get back and forth with.
Take your time, sis. We got you. Take your time.
If you gotta let it go, let it go.
I get out my truck to defend myself. He squared up with me like a whole nigga. And next thing I know, hit me right in my eye. I fell back. By that time, I just saw the ambulance coming. And the ambulance comes. That's when my eye exploded. After that, when the police and the ambulance came on the scene, he said she had good access. She already not wrong with her. My eye exploded. My eye on the ground.
Did he let me ask you a question. They didn't hesitate to throw the cuffs on him, did they?
Not
Okay.
at all.
All
And he
right.
said, "Oh, so I guess I'm going to jail now. Ain't nothing wrong with her."
That's a psychopath.
They locked him up. They put me in the ambulance. They said we're going to take over here to Bel Air, University of Bel Air. The paramedic, they said no. She got to go to Wilma Eye right now.
You gotta go to Hopkins. You gotta go to Hopkins.
She said she got to go to Wilma Eye right now to save her eye. They took me right down to John Hopkins. At that point, I still telling my best friend, when I say I cannot tell my mother. So by the time I get there, everybody just talking to me, bro. Like they said, she's just so calm. She's just so calm. And I said, I don't know the other way to be. So by the time they get me there, and the hospital they do the surgery instead of 2 hours, it took them 4 hours. And they told my mother the news that I had no vision. So I left and I went to after I gave out of church, I told my mother, I said, "Ma, I said I can't go back to the country. It's too many fights and battles, too much blood in the
Right.
My mother, she was so happy that I said that. I went to my parents' house and I still didn't tell my father.
It's okay. It's okay.
My father did not know about my situation. So 3 weeks after I went into my house, me and my mother kept that from him as well. Because my father was going to lose it. And he did. I did not tell my oldest brother. So a year later, my other brothers could not find out till months later.
So let me ask you a question, Princess. Was this in between the
It's
time you
the
was running
most
back and forth?
embarrassing thing I ever had to do, go
It's
through.
not
In my
embarrassing. He was wrong. Was this in between the time you was going back to Mexico? You was going down to Albuquerque too, Princess? The
because
same time you were taking care of your brother.
I did not deserve this because all the motorcycle accidents and stuff that he went through, I was there, brought him home, nursed him back to health.
That you did.
That this he was back on the motorcycle at 8 months after 2 broke legs and broke hands. He was back on the motorcycle at 8 months. So it's just it's just that everything that I had to go through, I did not have to endure at all. Because what I was told, what I should have just left his ass there.
Let me ask you a
I've
question,
been
Prince.
through, go ahead.
Let me ask you. So remember when you were going back and forth to Albuquerque for your brother? Was this happening during that time too?
No,
Because I knew you had a lot going on. I knew you had a lot going on for that time. But continue. We here for you. As soon as we shoot the dog over here.
but it's just a lot, and I understand that when people say that they go through the domestic violence and it's be like very private, but I'm a very private person. Period. So for me, and he knew that, and he prayed on it. But it's just like that in front of everybody else, in front of you, Holly, everybody, he was just like this person. And I told him, I said, this person you try to perceive yourself to be, why can't you be that person?
So a lot of women who may watch this now or may watch it on the rebroadcast, um, I want to let everybody know what Princess went through. It's not exclusive to Princess. A lot of women go through it, and just like Princess, a lot of women they try to conceal it because of the shame involved in it. Um, Especially like you said, you told your mom told you not to do it, and you did it anyway. So that just separates you further from your support system. Um, so I'm gonna put up on the screen the domestic violence hotline. Just for anyone who may go through something in the future, or someone that's going through it, there is a way to reach out. I'm gonna let Princess continue, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the number up on the screen, y'all.
But one thing is for sure, and two things for certain, I do not hide. I wear dark shades just for people to ask questions, but I do not hide my face at all. But I wear my glasses just so people don't have to ask questions. Because what I noticed that what people do is they typically look at my eye. No, I'm not a victim at all. I'm a survivor. So don't look at me no kind of way because I'm more than happy than I have ever been in my life recently. I had to go through that, and for me to actually talk about it now, yes, I did shed my tears because I have not talked about it since it has went on and since it had happened. I have not spoken about it.
We appreciate you talking about it with us. Because I remember the day you told me that we were standing out in front of Johnson's, and I'm just looking at you, and I was looking at you like, I was police. I could have put everything you needed right in front of you. But like you said, you were this was after the fact that we had a conversation. And it blew my mind because Princess has always been a strong, outgoing, caring, loving person. But to find this dude that come in the bar and dap us up, try to be a good dude, and come to find out that he's a monster, it ticked me off real bad.
And that's why as men we have to sometimes just say some simple words. Are you okay? Um,
And
a
I
lot
say
of
yes.
times,
And I say yes. And
She's gonna say
I
yes.
have a lot of I had a lot of men, bro, that ask me, is he hitting you? And I said,
mm,
no, 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 never that. And I was going through it for 5 years.
wow, wow.
I was going through it for 5 years and hit it. He would show up at my job if I'm out of town, we just show up. It could be
What?
anywhere. Show up. I
That's a
could be
lot.
sitting there having dinner with my girls and stuff down Ocean City. He show up.
Wow.
That was a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now let me ask you a
The
question.
stalking, everything.
Let me ask you a question. So when you after the ordeal, when y'all got to the court battle, and you really found out who he was, did that the we're gonna leave that, but when you found out that his history was as such, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I encourage women to use Maryland case search,
When I
Delaware
say it
case
was the
search.
whole, when I say it was a whole Academy Award, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we heard you. We
Okay.
listening. We waiting for you
It's
to.
like a whole Academy Award. But I went in still covering myself. I went in with a hat, glasses, all that. But my family wanted me to take the hat and glasses off and show the judge exactly how I look. And at that point, I still was embarrassed. Still was embarrassed. Still couldn't do it. Because at that time, I was still only 4 months out, still healing from my eye. Still trying to hide. And I said, after I left him out there, I said, no longer hiding. It is what it is. Accept me for who I am. If you can't, then so be it. I had to move on because that's what my strength came. But I'm still gathering my strength still till today. Every day is a new chapter for me. It's a new strength for me. Because like I said, I look at myself every day in the mirror. And I had to look at myself every day in the mirror. And I had to look at this eye every single day to remind me of that day, September 29th, 2024. I'm never going to forget that day.
So let me ask you this. So for the young ladies who may watch this,
Yes.
because they don't know what to look for. Are there certain signs that you would say you saw that you can tell young women today to look for? Um,
Separation. Separation when they try to separate you from your friends and your family and say they ain't no good for you, they not this, they not this. Signs. Manipulation. Signs. I'm the only one that's gonna love you. Signs. Even though that's even though I know that all that was false. But I just went from this. Because at one point I did love him. But the moment that he put his hands on me, that love was gone. But the thing is that like I said over and over again, if I'm telling you to leave, I'm gonna leave my own.
right, right.
Because people are always gonna say, why do you leave? Why do you leave? I'm gonna leave mine. Everything was mine. The cars, the motorcycles, the houses, mine.
Mm,
All that was mine. I'm gonna leave.
right.
And then you told me, like after we talked, you told me he racked up a rack of bills on the truck, and things you didn't even know about till you got to court, and then when you went to go get your tags for your vehicle, you know what I'm saying. But I tell anybody, when you go to court, you're gonna find out they're gonna pull up everything you know about. So I encourage. I'm gonna say it again. If you're dating a dude, you really want to know about him. Check the case search. It's there. They can't erase the. If it's domestic violence, if it's robbery, if it's murder, it's on the case search. But Delaware has one, Maryland has. Every state has their own. Run the dude name through the joint. You will find out the truth because you can't lie. Any case you ever had is in there. Traffic, criminal, whatever. So you got to do your best. You got to do your research. And everybody's guilty of doing it and finding out at the end of the game. It's no blame, but we got to do our due diligence, and
Yeah.
especially women. Y'all got to do your due diligence more than anybody.
Yeah. And you're absolutely correct. because I'm trying to tell you that my circle that I have with me now is phenomenal. They will not let me see, they will not let me fall short for work for shit. Excuse my language, but they will not. They uplift me, but I'm trying to tell you, but God has my back more than no other. Because when I was on my way to emergency surgery, that's when I got the email saying it was time for me to close on my house. When I was on my
Mm,
way to emergency surgery, they sent me an email because I couldn't contact nobody because my phone was in the car. I only had my iPad. I got my
Okay.
looked in my iPad and they said, "You ready to close on your house?" What?
Hmm.
And it's the same house that I told him that he was not welcome to.
Yeah, you told me
mm,
that. He said you told me when you
When I
go,
went
he ain't going.
to no, when I went through my first time buyer program and they told me everything that's involved in getting a house, I went right back to their place and said, "You are not coming with me to this house." And that's when I say the fight became every day, every day,
so
all the
no,
way until September 29th.
I appreciate the fact that you're telling this story. I know it's hard on you. It's hard on anyone to relive things that they've gone through. Um, but there's a lot of young ladies who, just like you, are private. When things happen to them, they keep it inside and they try to deal with it on their own. Um,
It's hard to do that.
it is. It's hard to speak on something when everybody's telling you in advance what not to do, and then when you do it and something happens to you, the shame that comes along with telling somebody you were right the
Yep.
whole time.
But see, it really wasn't a shame for me to say that you was right, but it was just like the stories that came after. When they knew that he was convicted, the stories came. I mean, they was like flowing like waterfalls. Just like, for instance, we knew this motherfucker wasn't right. And I'm just like, even if they would have told me though, of course I'm still gonna see something, even though I'm going through it.
Right.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna see because that's a person in me try to still see the good in somebody.
Hmm.
Because that's how the way my heart is. And I tell my sisters the other day, I said, I can't stand my heart worth for shit. I really can't. Because I'm a kind, loving, giving person. But also don't play with them. But I'm a loving, kind, giving person first. Because my heart is so good. My heart is so good. And I just I hate that about myself. My heart is so good.
Well, don't hate that about yourself because you were made that way for a reason.
Of course.
Um, like the strength that you exude, even though you went through this, I've known you for about a little less than 2 years now. And the strength that you exude every time you're around people, that rubs off on them. So, you know what I'm saying? What you've gone through didn't make you weaker, it made you stronger. And when other women are around you, they see that strength. And they also see that it's okay for me to be strong. So I know this is this was a whole situation 5 years. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Like that was long and harrowing on you, but you uplift not just women but your brothers. Like when I'm around you, I know one thing's for sure and two things are for certain. Don't play with her. You know what I'm saying? Like I know this about you. You know what I'm saying? I see that in you. So I like the fact that you came through the other side stronger. It didn't weaken you.
No, no. Because for one, two things for certain. Hey, baby, I got more of my sisters joining in. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like one thing for certain, two things for sure. It's like after my surgery, I was back driving in 2 weeks
Hey,
because
Princess,
my mother.
you can't see this on the bottom, but somebody just
She can
said
see
you're
it.
brave. Could you see it? You're brave for
Yeah,
telling
she
this
can see
story
it.
online. Did you see it?
Yeah, she can see it. She can see it at the bottom.
Because after this happened, I just went back to driving in 2 weeks, and I moved into my house that third week. But my strength really comes from God Himself because this is in His plan for real, and I really feel as though that this is in His plan. It was nothing to make me hurt. It was to make me be stronger and rebuild.
Hmm.
But my ladies, my family of ladies, these ladies been here for me. Oh my God. I'm about to cry all over again because mm,
Take your time.
say when I say my ladies have been there for me when I showed up to court and continuing on till today. These ladies have never been nothing but strength for me. Give them nothing but love. The same love they give me, I give them back. Plus, because they are some strong women and I love them unconditionally. And they are on this podcast tonight. And if I call them out by name, and I will, Barney, Ivory, Dorian, Mo, Kim, Whitney. These my ladies. And I know I may be missing some, but don't. My heart is there with y'all because y'all been there with me. And I really appreciate y'all because y'all around me all the time. And I really appreciate y'all. Y'all keep me smiling. Y'all keep me loved. Y'all keep me grounded. But God is the most up one that's keeping my strength going because without Him, I could not get up every single day to do what I do. God keep me going. My mother, my father, my brothers. I have a strong team behind me, a very strong team behind me that can't nobody reckon with because God got my on both my shoulders first, and then my team behind me. You can't mess with me. I'm gonna keep on smiling through all of this. Most definitely. Through the cries, the tears, all this, I'm gonna keep on smiling. I'm gonna keep on smiling because my
Some
strength is
people,
strong.
some people don't know how strong they are until they go through something where they have no choice but to be strong. Um, Sometimes we let our guard down, and when we do, we stop ourselves from letting our guard down, so we put up a wall. The one thing I am grateful to you about is, although you went through this, you still don't put up a wall. Like I said, I've only known you for a little less than 2 years,
Right
and the love that you show to me as somebody new on the scene, you didn't make what happened to you put up walls so no new people can get around you. You're still
now,
you.
I
Um,
love love. I love
you
love.
and you show that in everything you do. So for
I'm not
that, I'm
bitter.
grateful.
I'm not
Um,
bitter. I'm not angry at all. At all.
I will tell you this
like
though, Prince. The day you told me what happened, I don't know if you remember, we were staying out in front of Prince Johnson's. The sun was different that day because it was definitely shining on you. You
But you know what
understand?
though? But you know what though, bro? I'm gonna tell you like this. ever since I done gone through this, people tell me it's a different aura and it's like a different glow around me. But I'm just like, really? I don't see it. It's just me, just me. It's just me. It's a person that I am. And I'm not
You've
gonna
never
let him take no sunshine away from me.
you never
None of
changed
that.
in the 10 or 15 years I've known you. So you know what I'm saying? From Climax to Johnson's to the Post to the every other spot we was in together.
Whatever.
So
It don't even matter. I'm not gonna change. Why should I? Why should I? I'm full of love, and that's all I think. That's the only thing I had to give is nothing but love. I'm not gonna change who I am just because of this. This look, and I'm gonna say it like this. This is nothing. This is nothing. Because I'm God's child. Period.
amen.
Facts.
Because he is gonna put forth his strongest. And he knew I could deal with this. And I have. And I shall. And I will. And I do. Every single day. But don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do have my moments where I do cry and say, why? Why? Well, who am I? The question is doing.
You just laid down the strength to a whole lot of viewers. You are a statue. You are an example of what it look of making it through. Because, like I said, you know what I said? I said being embarrassed. I know a lot of women that was embarrassed that didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Or they ended up
But
in
the
some position that they.
angel, but the angel that was there that night, they called the police because I did not call the police. It was somebody that heard the commotion that was going on that night and called the police. And when I went to that police department, I said, who called? Because I want to go to them and thank you. Because if it wasn't for them, I would not be here today. But of course, they did not disclose that information, but I'm okay because that person is the angel in my heart. Always, always. Because if it wasn't for them, I would not be here talking to my good brothers tonight.
Let me tell you, I can't stress enough. There's a lot of women who go through what you went through, who are still going through what you went through, and they haven't made it through the other side yet. I pray that your story gives them the strength to pick up
I
the
think I tell you
phone
one.
and get out of the situation. Um, I've seen women who have isolated themselves or allowed somebody to isolate them. That is a huge red flag. Anytime someone wants to move you away from your family, away from your friends, and get you off by yourself, that is a huge red flag, ladies. Do not allow anyone to do that. Once you see that, that's when you need to start speaking to your people. Find your confidant. Find the one person that you can confide in and tell them, I don't know if this is right, but I need to tell somebody.
Right.
I remember one time I picked up a young lady for a date, and her friend was with her when I picked her up. And her friend took her phone and snapped a picture of my license plate. And her
Yep.
friend was
Yep.
expecting me to get
My best
upset.
my best friend Toya used to do the same thing. She's just like to go on dates and everything. She used to take pictures of that tag. She said, I got it, babe. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when I used to live back in Owens Mills. And I was like, I'm going on a date. She used to come to my house, take pictures of that and be
Yeah,
like, I got it. Don't even worry about it. She said, because if you don't text me to get back home, I'm reporting it.
it's smart.
Absolutely.
But she said when she met him, she was just like, something ain't right.
Mm, mm.
You know, we don't like to listen to our parents anyway, so it is what it is because we think we grown. We think we got it all figured out. So sometimes you got to step in shit to realize what it is. You know, sometimes we learn the answer, we get the answer quick. Sometimes we got to take some lumps, but never the fact you never walk down that road again. That's for damn sure.
Oh no, never that. Never that.
So a
Never
lot
that.
of times we don't even listen to our friends.
Right.
We
Nobody for that
and
matter.
and that's not even just women. Unfortunately, that's men as well. Um, I've had several friends that warned me of situations, and I still walked into that situation headstrong. Um, and later on, I I regretted that I didn't listen, but we have to really start listening to those around us. Um, and I really pray because I have two daughters, I got two sisters, and then I have a conglomerate of women who I now call my sister.
Right.
Um, and my only prayer is that if they ever go through something, I can be there for them. You know, I try to keep my ears open and my judgment limited.
But see, the thing is that, bro, and I'm gonna tell you like this. Give you a prime example of with your sister that came to you with the same situation that I'm going through.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the reason why that I did not go, because the thing is that I think about it. Their jobs, their occupations, their wives, all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come to a halt and a loss if they jump out here for me. No, I'll take the hit because I'm going to
Mm,
get through. I'm going
So
to get
mm.
through.
you know how
I'm going to take
mad
the
I
hit.
you know how mad I was
I'm
with
going
you
to take
that
the
day.
hit. That's fine. You can be mad.
You
But the
know
thing is, I'm
because
going to take the hit.
it,
I'm going to take the hit because I'm strong. I'm going to take the hit because I'm strong, because of why you got shit to lose. You got shit
right.
to lose.
But I
Yeah.
was going to give you.
So
But I
no.
also told you I was going to give you every right road to walk down.
The thing
But
is,
but you were. I was like I said I had it. We could have rolled out there and did it together.
but the thing is, like my sister said, easier said than done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my sister was there when I had to move out of that condo. She came through, she cried. I want to fight. I want to fight, sis. I want to fight. No, you can't. I did enough fighting for everybody.
Hmm.
I did enough.
So
So no.
I said I wasn't going to reply to any comments, but I do want to respond in Harris 2010. I get what you're saying. You're 100% correct, because when you're on the other side and you're listening to the story, you can say all of the what ifs and how I would have.
And she didn't even know. And she didn't even know until it happened.
Mm-hmm.
No
Yeah.
one knew. When I say no one knew, no one knew.
So
Yeah. I
I'm gonna drop a bomb on it right now. I'm a retired police. I done seen it all, especially on the domestic level. And it can go from sugar to shit in a couple seconds. And I done taught the women that go right back into the situation. And you done been out there, you done gave them every tool. And you know that I'm coming from this side. You know what I'm saying? Every tool, everything that goes with it. And I say, he's gonna kill you. You feel what I'm saying?
And that night I
And,
fought for my life because he wanted to kill me. And that's no bullshit.
and that's
so
If I
real.
can't help you, no one can help.
it's 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 crazy how, as a man, I think there's no way I could ever. But that's not every man's story. Some men are so weak that that's the only way they can show their strength. Um, so I can always say what I would have done, what I could have done, how I could have helped. But in Harris 2010 said this really, really clearly. It's easier for me to say what I could have done or what I would have done for you.
Right.
But the way that you were thinking, is the way that some women think. If I tell my brother, if I tell my cousin, if I tell my uncle, if I tell my
They got
dad,
a lot to lose too.
right, the story would have turned out, they would have been sitting in prison
Exactly.
for taking his life, you know?
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell y'all like
So,
this: it's been more deaths. It's been a
I'm a
whole bunch of deaths behind guys going to their sister's aid,
mhm,
fathers going to their whoever female's aid, and the dude end up killing the one that you there to save the situation, and the other person kills you.
right.
It happens every other day. You understand what I'm saying? It happens every other day.
yes. Because another thing is that you got to realize is that most of the time that some of these women will just like, don't hit my man and jump right in it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yes,
Me,
sir.
I'm like, get it ass. I got like the thing is it's like, no.
So I have a situation. I walked up on a situation one time. Bystander. I was not in any level of authority, and a guy was beating on a woman,
Mhm.
and I grabbed him to stop the situation. And the first thing she said was, "Take your hands off my man."
There you go. There you go.
Dude,
There you go. There you
I'm
go.
here to tell
Right
you,
there. Right there. Right
that
there.
happens all the time. We've been in the house locking up the dude. He done beat the hell out of her, and we
And
gotta
she
lock
still
him up
saying
because
no.
and we
Not
gotta
me.
fight her to
But
get him
everybody
out.
said it. Everybody said him was like, no, he gone. I don't give a damn about none of that.
I just,
But I was
I,
just so private and I
mhm.
didn't want to involve nobody. My brothers, my biological, as well as the ones that I adopted as my biologicals. I did not want them involved in none of that. Let me deal with it. If it came on the other side, at least you know that I dealt with it. But God's grace, it wasn't my time.
Tell your truth. Tell your truth.
It wasn't my
So
time.
I can't thank you enough for trusting us to share your story with. Um,
No problem, brothers.
Everybody that tuned in and is listening and showed your support, I thank you on behalf of my sister. Because Princess, it didn't take long for you to become my sister. You know that. It didn't take long at all. When I saw you, it was automatic and immediate. So for everybody who
Absolutely.
showed your prayers and showed your support, thank you on behalf of my sister, because it's because of you all that she is the strength that she is today.
With God's
Um,
strength.
yeah, God's strength through you. Not sometimes we're not just a port, we're a portal. So sometimes God uses you to show other people what strength looks like. You know, sometimes it takes you to show somebody else, I went through it so you don't have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my homie, my ace. You know what I'm
Y'all
saying?
all on my podcast right now, y'all.
We've been doing this for close to 15 years as friends. We done laughed. We done told some of the best jokes. Been in situations. I ain't gonna talk about the one in Climax where you was ready to take your shoes off and dance with a dude.
We can
you
dance
know,
now. We can dance. We can do a whole
we
lot of
ready to dance
dancing.
with a dude. Um,
Okay.
we've been good like this for a minute, and like Don said, for you to trust us to let you tell your story on our podcast means the world to us. It's a outlet for you, and it gives other women strength and hope that they can be as strong as you are. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Hopefully.
And I said
Yes.
the fact that the woman is the most important thing on this planet is crazy because they're the only one that can reproduce.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So you didn't ever slap your mother. Why would you slap your girlfriend? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Just walk away. Walk away.
Walk away. I ain't gonna do it. I mean, if you
Walk
get
away.
if somebody makes you that mad, you need to walk away and stay away.
The thing is that and out of all of this, I never initiated no fight.
Oh no, that ain't your MO.
No,
You said you got to
it's
bring ass
not.
to get ass. It ain't your MO. It ain't you. You the happy. We gonna get these drinks. We gonna listen to this good old hip hop and this good
Exactly.
R&B,
Get
and we
this
gonna
bag
chill.
on, house music going on.
Yeah, we gonna get it going. We gonna get
Yes.
it cooking. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have some fun. That's
Absolutely.
it, and that's all.
Absolutely.
You know, you could
Absolutely.
say
But thank you, my brothers. Because my
thank
iPad
you.
has only got 9% left on it. But I love y'all. Y'all my brothers for life.
Yo, we love
For
you for
real.
real. Honestly, honest to
I
God.
already know that. I already know that. One time.
All right, so everybody,
Guys,
thank everybody for tuning in. Princess, thank you so much for telling your story.
you're welcome. You're more than welcome, my
Thanks for
brother.
being
Hold
the
on,
Thank y'all
first
for helping
person.
me.
one quick thing, Princess. I mean, I ran it past Dawn, and I want to officially make it official now. This is a once a month show, and
Okay.
we would like you to be the third host when we do it once a month.
Mm,
I would enjoy it.
Let's
I would
do
enjoy
it.
it. Let's
Let's do
go.
it.
I'm ready for all of
So
it.
if you wanna,
Thank
if you
you.
find somebody that wants to tell the truth, tell a truth, need to get something out there, let us know. You can run the interview, and we'll sit back and we'll do what we need to do, and we'll support anything you got
Let's
going.
go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
go.
Thank
go.
you,
I'm for it.
everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Princess. We
You're
love you.
welcome,
You know we
brothers.
do.
Anytime. Love
All
y'all
love,
too.
baby.
All right.
We'll see y'all next
Love
time.
y'all. Love.
Be easy, folks.
All right. Love y'all.
Love you.
All right.
All right. Good night, y'all. Be safe.
Good night.
It's time to speak your truth with Lou and Don.